Every morning the world starts quietly, one soft light at a time. Homes flicker awake, shops open. People take those first small steps into a brand new day. And in all of that ordinary movement, there's something kind of extraordinary. A moment worth noticing, a spark you feel before you even name it. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's small, but kindness shows up right on time. And every morning we choose to show up with you so we can look for that spark together.
Good morning. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Kindness Rising. Let's rise together.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Kindness Rising. Here's what we're going to talk about today. Most people don't fail because they never start. A lot of people actually do start. Actually, many people fail. The question is, what happens after the excitement wears off? That's the big question. What happens after the excitement wears off, after the announcement, after the big motivation spike, after you've done technically enough that you can reasonably stop? Do you stop there? Do you take that extra step? One more conversation, one more revision, or one more rehearsal? That's the extra mile. And honestly, that's where interesting things tend to happen. Today we're going to talk about bridges, kindness, and the quiet power of doing a little bit more than what is required, because this is Kindness Rising. Welcome you into another glorious day this morning where we have more high fives for humanity. On Kindness Rising, we're having a good old time with our friends Keith, and it looks like Sully's out there too. Who else is out there? Get involved in the chat as I bring the music down to a reasonable level. Come on in. Come say hi. Don't be shy. Meet a guy. Whatever the case may be, come on in. Have some fun. We are talking today about going the extra mile. Now, a lot of people think that's about hustle culture and no sleep, maximum productivity, go, 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 go. Yes, gallon of caffeine. Honestly, no, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. The extra mile isn't about burning yourself out, but it is about care, about craft, and about attention. The chef that tastes the sauce one last time before it's delivered. The musician. Spend a little extra time tuning up, spending time dialing in the mix, making sure everything is just right. The teacher that stays after class, the friend making the extra phone call. We could go on and on, right? One more message that matters. The extra mile isn't about perfectionism, though. It's about investment. It's about deciding this matters enough to me that I'm willing to do a little bit more. Come on in. Say hello, get involved in the chat on Kindness Rising as we talk about going the little extra mile, quietly, incrementally, one step at a time. And of course, we're bringing in our Who's in the World today. Who in the world? Who in the world are we talking about? I will give you 3 clues. Yassine Muhammad, I'm going to give you 3 clues. Sully, I'm going to give you 3 clues. 3 clues to guess the person whose birthday is today. And here is our first clue. Famous person? Oh, crap. I never put it up on the board, did I? Okay, I'm going to say it and then I'll bring it up later. Who in the world? First clue, the person trained as a physician. As a physician before becoming an influential storyteller. I am okay, Yassine Muhammad. How are you? Absolutely. Give more service than one is paid for. A smile, a thank you. I like that. I'm doing great, Yassine. How you doing, buddy? I am glad you're here with me today. Today, for sure, I'm glad you're here. All right. So our clue for our Who in the World today, first clue is they trained as a physician. before becoming an influential storyteller. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging with me while I figure out how it is I failed to upload my clues for you all. And we're going to get into our next conversation certainly soon enough. We're going to do a spotlight, a very, very special spotlight today, given the news that we heard from last night in the world of auto racing. Auto racing lost a legend last night. As I continue to try to talk while I am doing this thing that I should have done before the show. Yeah, auto racing. Okay, auto racing lost a legend, Kyle Busch. Absolutely tragic at only 41 years old. We still don't know all the details surrounding his death, except that the family announced it and said that there was a mysterious illness or a sudden illness. I shouldn't say it was mysterious. I don't know how mysterious it was or not. But the family did say that they asked for privacy, of course. Okay, so here's me fussing around on the dials instead of telling you this. Doing our kindness spotlight today. Welcome in. All right. Ananya. Hello, Ananya. Good morning. Good morning, Jess. And Adinthicum. I'm sorry if I'm butchering people's names, but hello. Hello, everybody. And thank you, Yassine. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. And Ananya. Come on in and sub to the channel too. And we're going to talk about the loss in NASCAR, but we're going to put our own kindness rising spin on it and make it our spotlight. This is our kindness spotlight. We talk about good people doing good work every day here on Kindness Rising. Today, we're dedicating it to Kyle Busch, who died unexpectedly yesterday at age 41, a loss that's hitting the NASCAR world, family, friends, rivals, and fans really hard. Busch was known as fiercely competitive, polarizing, unapologetically rowdy on the track, and one of the greatest drivers of his generation. But today's spotlight, it's not about lap times. It's about something that he did more quietly. Actually, not that quietly. Kyle and his wife, Samantha, they helped create the Bundle of Joy Foundation. The Bundle of Joy Foundation from Kyle and Samantha Busch. And they started this foundation after their own journey, their own in vitro fertilization, their own fertility journey that includes failed cycles and miscarriages and years of heartbreak. And anyone who's experienced that certainly knows that pain. But this organization has helped fund IVF care, expand awareness, and support families who otherwise might have not had access to parenthood. That feels pretty connected today, doesn't it? Sometimes the extra mile isn't visible. It happens behind the camera. And a lot of people knew Kyle Busch as Mr. Rowdy. There he is with his son who he called his miracle because of IVF. His generosity behind the scenes, being supportive with family, quietly helping people through hard things. That's the reminder for all of us that human beings are complicated, competitive, and generous, sharp-edged and caring, public personas and private kindness. Kurt Busch showed us you can be rowdy but generous. That's today's kindness spotlight on the Bundle of Joy Fund. All right. Enough of this nonsense. No, it's not nonsense. It's very sad. 41 years old. Obviously, the man had an amazing career, and I'll be interested to hear exactly what happened. But Sudden illness, 41 years old, and gone. All the money in the world. That's why we take each day, kindness rising preciously here. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Things are getting better as I pull in our clues. I've wasted enough time playing around here. Let's see. We're going to get to our what to happened today too, for those of you who come here every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. No, we always do a what happened, something that happened in the world today, in history, on this very day. And so let's get right to it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about, wait, that happened today? On this day in 1937, that's 89 years, not so good at the math, opening of the Golden Gate Bridge to the public. Well, it's a lot more than a bridge. Obviously, people know it when they see it, for sure. Good morning, Roseanne. Good morning, Mother. Glad you're here. We're talking about the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge is more than a landmark, a postcard, a thing tourists photograph while wearing their suspiciously overpriced sweatshirts, yes. When this bridge was proposed, a lot of people thought it was completely unrealistic, too expensive, too ambitious, too dangerous. The middle of the Depression, San Francisco was really growing fast, but the only way to cross the stretch of water that connects San Francisco Bay to the Pacific Ocean, it's called the Golden Gate Strait. It was boats. Fog, currents, wind delays. The water below was 300 feet deep, and powerful tides made for rough conditions. So building a bridge might have seemed absurd in those conditions, and it wasn't that obvious, but it happened. And when it happened, it was the longest suspension bridge span in the world. Absolutely. And that was some of these. I'm trying to get to the extra mile, right? The extra mile, going across that bridge, the extra mile to go across that bridge, and all that. That was very dangerous. Very dangerous. That was the whole point. Very dangerous building that bridge. Actually, they had to build a net. They built a net underneath where the bridge was being built. A man named Joseph Strauss, safety engineer, included a giant safety net suspended underneath the bridge, and it saved 19 workers' lives. 19 dudes fell off the bridge, and those 19 people had a special name, a special gang. They called themselves the Halfway to Hell Club. 19 guys fell off that bridge going the extra mile. Absolutely. All right. Yes, it's an amazing walk. Very windy. I've never been. I need to get there. You'd think at some point in my life I would have at this point. I will certainly spend a lot of time there in video, watching learning about the hate, the Ashbury area, particularly around the Grateful Dead and all that, but never got out there. I'll tell you what, I forgot how much I like this song too. Feels good, right? I wrote this song. I wrote it with the help of Snow. Yep, it's an AI tool. We do use some AI tools in our productions here. It's okay. I'm here. I'm a human. I'm live. I'm not AI. I am not a robot. I answered all the questions. I found all the red lights and proved that I was not a robot. But I do use AI tools to help produce here on Mornings in the Lab network, where humanity meets AI, on the Live Authority Network, where we are helping people have their own shows, build their own shows, build their authority to stand out and step forward. Absolutely. All right. I've only done one clue so far, haven't I? Well, we got to fix that right about now. You and me, Funk Soul Brother. Okay, so here was our first clue. The person trained as a physician before becoming an influential storyteller. We're going to give you our second clue right now. This is a new way of doing things. There's always new ways to get it done. He was obsessed with the paranormal, and was a highly public advocate of mandatory vaccination. There's some more obscure trivia. I was trying to make it a little more difficult today, hoping that we could stump some people out there. So, we've got a person trained as a physician before becoming an influential storyteller and obsessed with the paranormal and a highly public advocate of mandatory vaccination. That's an interesting person right there. And that's our clue in the world. All right. Oh, we're still jamming with the Wait What Happened song. That's all right. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Get involved in the comments. Welcome into Kindness Rising. Say hello. Jerry Ginger, our imaginary friend, is out there. We don't know who he is, what's going on. We know he's got a couple of dogs and a gingerbread man and maybe some geese flying around. Welcome in, Jerry. I'm glad you're here this morning, buddy. Who else is out there? Say hello. Don't be shy, meet a guy. That's apparently going to be my new thing. Don't be shy, meet a guy. Say hello, subscribe to the channel. Let's have some fun this morning. We're continuing our Who's Who and our Wait That Happened Today. We talked about our loss of our friend, an icon in NASCAR, Kyle Busch, who died unexpectedly yesterday at the age of 41. Ooh, Garrison Keillor, good guess, Mom, but no. I was just thinking about Garrison Keillor, actually. It's interesting. It's interesting the way things pop into your mind, right? I love Garrison Keillor's obviously Prairie Home Companion, but not obvious maybe to some. Like I lost my brain. The Writer's Almanac. Writer's Almanac for today. Today it's kind of what I do with maybe that's where my inspiration came from. My Wait That Happened Today and my Who in the World birthday celebration. Maybe that's inspired by Garrison Keillor's Writer's Almanac. Today is the birthday of poet. I just liked his voice with that. I used to listen to that in NPR every morning. I haven't listened to that in a long time. Anyway, there's another impression for you, Jess. Garrison Keillor's Writer's Almanac. Anyway, I think he had some problems here later in life, some scandals or something, didn't he? But anyway, it's been a while. We're just yakking now about. See how easy it is? It's so easy for me to get off on a tangent. All you guys have to do is say one word, one name. We got AI, imaginary AI Jerry Ginger out there. We've got Roseanne dropping in with Garrison Keillor. Nope, it's not Garrison Keillor, by the way. I don't know that Garrison Keillor was any of those things. There is one of those things. Is Garrison Keillor even still alive? There we go. More questions than answers. The person trained as a physician, becoming an influential storyteller, and this is the interesting part, obsessed with paranormal, and a highly public advocate for mandatory vaccinations. All right. Enough of all of that. All right. Well, it's fun. It's fun going through all of this with you. I appreciate this. We get to come here every weekday morning, another Friday here on Kindness Rising, where I am about to drop This is the kindness compass. This is the kindness compass. These are five things you can do to lean into our theme of doing one extra thing, one extra mile today. The one extra mile. Do one extra helpful thing today. Not 10 things, just one. Send a follow-up message, carry some groceries, give a compliment, check in on somebody. Remember that practical kindness compounds and ripples out into the world. Number 2, build one bridge. Think about a gap in your life, a strained relationship, someone you might be disconnected with, a conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe take one small step toward connection. Bridges don't appear fully built, but somebody starts laying that steel, and that's how you build one more bridge. Notice one detail you usually miss. Just pay a little bit of closer attention. I think our Who's Who in the World paid a little bit closer attention. I threw in a half an extra clue for people who've stuck around, paid a little extra attention, looking beyond the first impression, because sometimes better understanding changes the entire story. Absolutely. Yep. Go one step beyond good enough. Not perfection, just one thoughtful upgrade. Spend 5 minutes on that project. Taste the sauce one more time. Proofread the email. Tune the guitar. Care lives in those details. And lastly, help someone cross something. Maybe not the entire Golden Gate Bridge. That might not be necessary. But just help them take one next step. Share information, offer encouragement, open a door, and reduce one burden. Because sometimes the extra mile is simply making somebody else's path a little bit easier. Absolutely. Absolutely. The end. All right. So that's our kindness compass. Okay, here we go. We got to get to it. Anybody else? I got to check back into the comments. It's been a while. Don't live on the surface. Jump in and swim. Did I know Kyle Busch? I wish I knew Kyle Busch. I didn't know Kyle Busch personally. Happy John 8256. Nope. Only knew him through his public persona and his work both as a NASCAR driver, obviously, and having learned about his charity, the Samantha and Kyle Busch Bundle of Joy Fund. I've heard from the research that I've done that donations are up currently over the past 24 hours. A lot of people giving in honor of Kyle for his Bundle of Joy Fund. All right. Okay, I got to drop that last clue for y'all. Apparently, I talk about Kyle Busch and I immediately go into a Southern accent. I don't know. Is that what happened? Maybe, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get our final clue on, y'all. Where the heck is our final clue? All right. Clue number 3. All right, we'll review one last time. Hey, y'all. This person trained as a physician before becoming an influential storyteller. All right. He was obsessed with the paranormal and was highly public. Now he's just switching to like a New Orleans guy. I don't know. I'm not very consistent with my accents. All right. He was obsessed with the paranormal, was highly public advocate of mandatory vaccination. All right. Those are your 2. Last guess. Last clue. The dead giveaway. I pity the fool. What? Apparently, yesterday's Mr. T clue got caught up in the mix. Crap. All right, I pity the fool. Oh my God, we're off the rails. We're off the rails, guys. Help me get back on the rails. I pity the fool, this guy said. I can't imagine that this guy said he would pity the fool. All right, I've lost it. I'll just say it verbally. This guy's fictional detective taught generations of readers that sometimes solving the mystery requires going a little further looking a little closer and noticing one extra clue. All right. So he was a physician. He was into the paranormal and promoted vaccinations, and he was probably the most famous of fictional detective writers, teaching generations of readers that sometimes solving a mystery requires going a little bit further. Who in the world are we talking about? All right. Anybody got an idea, thought, a question? There he is, Jerry Ginger. Woo! Jerry, you get the spin of the happy spin of the hat with my hair crazy. That's what you get for getting the answer correctly. Yes, yes. No, it's actually Sherlock Holmes who said, "I pity the fool," and he said it in a Southern accent. So he's like, I pity the fool." I can't even do it. Oh my God. I'm going to laugh so hard about that. Imagine Sherlock Holmes. Mr. T playing Sherlock Holmes in a movie. Elementary, Mr. T. Elementary, you fool. That would be, I think, actually, I think Mr. T would be a better Watson. Yeah. Elementary, fool. Duh, it's elementary. Duh. It's all right. That really went a little bit cuckoo there. Anyway, it was fun. I do enjoy doing that kind of stuff. Anyway, there it is. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Thanks, Jess, for laughing at me with me. Whatever it takes. I guess whatever it takes to keep your attention. This is the attention economy, and I'm playing Watson as played by Mr. T. Elementary, fool. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle does actually fit today beautifully because Sherlock Holmes wasn't magic. He was attentive, persistent, and curious, and he went the extra mile intellectually. He looked where others stopped looking, and maybe that's the useful reminder for all of us. Sometimes the breakthrough isn't hidden behind genius. Sometimes it's hidden behind one more question, one more observation, and one more careful look. That's it. I'm glad you're laughing, Jess. Thanks for laughing along with me. Jerry, you're our Arthur Conan Doyle guy. All right. Kathleen, we got Kathleen the donkey rocking with Jimmy Stewart, among others. We got Jerry Ginger rolling in with Arthur Doyle. Jess, I know you've shared some of your favorites along the way, and I'm sorry if I didn't remember them, but I do know that you're a musician. You talked about Cat Stevens before. I can't remember all the other stuff, but I know you're an awesome, cool person. Thank you for coming out here with me every single day. Oh, interesting. Yes, Jerry, this whole connection to the physician. What was, if you were, he had a mentor, Doyle had a mentor in pharmacy school in medical school. I was reading about it. That actually was his inspiration for Holmes in some ways. Oh, Dylan. Okay, Jess, we'll go with Dylan. Absolutely. I was just singing some Dylan. Actually, I think it's Dylan. With Jerry Garcia covering Dylan, Waiting for a Miracle. Your dad sang on the radio for tickets to Dylan? Do you have it recorded? That would be awesome. That's awesome. All right, we are winding down just when we're getting started. But I appreciate you. It is 8 a.m., and that means we get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We can hang here for a bit while I finish my little spiel, I guess. I want to know more. I want to know more about Dylan and Jess, and Jerry. I want to know more. I didn't realize you were a pre-med. All these things. Learning about each other every day. Kathy the donkey laughing along with us. with Jimmy Stewart. I mean, it's just this is the best. This is probably not probably. I'm going to say it right out loud. Best 30 minutes of my day. Most days. Most days. Absolutely. Thanks for coming, hanging out with me. I was going to get into a bunch of other stuff, but I don't know. All I'm going to say is this. Thanks for coming every day, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, right here on Mornings in the Lab Network. I'm Matt Roof. This is Kindness Rising, and we'll be back Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. Until then, stay uncommon and stay kind.